Good morning, everybody. This is Catherine MacDonald, and this is our Saturday morning 9 a.m. chat, coffee chat, we like to call it. And this is just a really fun way for us to be able to share. It works with new people who are interested in learning more about what we do in this crazy rap thing, but also a really fun way for us who are already seeing the vision of this fabulous business to just have an opportunity to share it with our fellow distributors and help encourage you. And so I'm really excited because this morning we have a guest who I don't even know, so I can't wait to introduce her. But again, I said my name's Catherine, and I'm from a small town called Allegan, Michigan, and I am a diamond with It Works, very close to double diamond. And we've been with this business for about 22 months. It'll be a 2-year anniversary at the end of September. And we actually got involved with It Works because I had been watching a good friend of mine from high school work this business over Facebook. And when I was watching, I actually had no intention of even getting myself involved with It Works. I was a part of another direct sales company. I can tell you that I wasn't doing that well with it because I was working 3 other part-time jobs on top of that, along with mothering my 4 children, and my husband's a full-time firefighter, so we have a very busy life. But I really thought, as I was watching her build her business, first of all, she had some products that I knew would be really good for me because of my health issues and some things I was going through with my health. And I was very interested in our greens product and also our fat fighter, actually. And a lot of people are surprised when they hear that, but our fat fighter is a carb inhibitor that can also help with blood sugar levels. And I don't have all of my pancreas, so I struggle with that, and it was just something that really interested me. And then the fatigue and things like that I deal with was what drew my attention to the greens. So I wanted to meet with my friend Cammie, and when we sat down, I said to her, when I called her, I said, I really don't want to join your business. I just want to know how you're doing so well at it, because I'm a part of a direct sales business, and I want to maybe take some tips of what you're doing. I had no idea that direct sales and multi-level marketing were 2 completely different types of businesses. I mean, both are home businesses, but the compensation plans are so different, and the residual income that can come from multi-level marketing is so different. And so after my husband and I, Joel, we sat down with Cammie and her husband Nathan for a little bit, and we talked about the products and learned about what we thought I would need for my health. My husband actually looked at me and said, I think this is exactly what you need, and I think that you need to join this company. And I was like, oh, wasn't really sure that was what I was expecting or the direction we were supposed to head, but the next day we signed up with It Works. We hadn't even started on any products. I hadn't tried our crazy wrap, any of that, but we got started, and as they say, it's history from there on out. We did last summer earn a $10,000 good bonus as we were in a good bonus period, and we got to the diamond level and were able to earn that bonus, and that was really, really cool, and it was just very inspiring for our family, for our kids. Our kids are right on board with this. My 9-year-old was at a friend's house yesterday. When she dropped off, the mom said, I think you have a little entrepreneur here, because she was telling me about your products all day. So, it's something that we definitely do as a whole family, and I like that too. But so that's a little bit about me and how I got started with It Works. Of course, usually I have Caity Metz, my co-host and friend, with us, but Caity and her placement sent one of her friends and On Fire distributors. And Karen, I cannot wait to hear your guys' story.
Thank you. I'm very excited to share it. My story is Caity is her fiance is cousin of Neil, my boyfriend, and so I was friended with her on Facebook, and I've been watching her for a few months, going to wrap parties, and I really didn't know what it was, and then I found out that she was doing this at-home business, and I thought I would reach out to her and offer to do a party for her to help her business if she wanted to travel the 2 hours up to Connecticut, which is where I live. And she said, sure. She came up. We had such a fun party. My friends were there. They all saw results. I think 3 or 4 of them signed up as loyals. And they were packing up to go home. And Neil starts asking questions. Well, what's the percentage? How do you make money? How do you do this? Oh, what is involved? And he turned to me and he said, I think you should do this business. I went, what?
Those guys are getting us in trouble.
I was working full time. I had 2 part-time jobs, and I looked at him and said, when am I going to do this? And we talked about it. They went home. 2 days later, I signed up as a distributor, and I had my first 4 loyals and didn't know a thing. I didn't know anything about the products. I tried 1 wrap. I just jumped in with 2 feet and said, great, let's do it.
That's amazing. So Neil definitely had your back on this, and that's always helpful when, a husband or fiance or whoever that supportive person is in your life, for them to be able to come on board with you and help you out. In what ways has Neil been? Neil, I don't know if you're actually on the line or if you're just listening in, but maybe share how you've been able to be awesome. Yay! How have you been a part of this process besides telling her she needed to sell it?
Well, when I started the process, saw the product, saw the business plan, it made a lot of sense to me. And as Karen said, we talked about it and jumped in. And Karen's done by far the majority of the work, but I've been in there. I've been supporting her emotionally, trying to help with some of the work with my busy schedule. But again, Karen does 90% of the workload easily. And it's fun to do things together and go to conferences together and go to wrap parties together. And if there are some husbands or guys there, I'll pull them aside and, just talk and bond with them. And even some of the women will start asking me questions as opposed to Karen. And it's nice. I have a medical background, but certainly that's not preparing me for anything having to do with any of the supplements or anything. So it's a matter of sitting down, reading through the training, learning your products, just like everybody else can do, and answering questions. And if you know something, great. If you don't know something, you ask somebody else. And it's a lot of fun.
You can see why he comes to parties with me.
Did you say he does like to go to parties with you, Karen?
Yeah, he comes to some parties, and
that's awesome.
And then he thinks I'm not explaining something well enough. He jumps in, and we do it together. And he gets me lots of blitzes, and we enjoy it together.
You know what? That's one thing that I really love about It Works, and I recognize outside of other, direct sales or home-based businesses, is in a lot of those businesses, you see that the husbands can be supportive. They'll be like, yeah, I'll watch the kids while you go out and do a party at night. But what you're seeing with It Works, and what I love, is that the men are getting directly involved, like in every level. And what I like about that too is we're allowed, or we're able to work off each other's strengths and weaknesses. And I know that that's what we've had here in our home with Joel, is he has just great strengths when it comes to anything on the computer. And that is definitely my weakness, 100%. Like, I can get on Facebook and I can post stuff. I know how to find pictures and save them. But beyond that, it's just not my strength. And to be honest, it's not something I want to be strong at. I really want to just build relationships with people, and that's not necessarily his great strength. He's more of a quiet personality. So I love that we can feed off of each other and use somebody else's strengths to cover our weaknesses. And we're seeing so much of those partnerships happening in this company.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And if I get down, he is right there to pick me back up, and it does work very well. We work very well together.
What has your guys' experience been up to this point as far as, I guess I don't even know, what level are you guys at right now?
We're Emerald.
Emerald. Okay, so you're very close to that diamond level, which is...
I'll tell you my story. What happened was when we enrolled, it was the end of November 2012, and we started off with booking some parties, and Neil and I found ourselves both very sick at the same time, and we were sick for about 3 weeks with a very bad flu. And so that stopped our business. But conference, Neil pushed me to go to conference. Even though I was going by myself, I really didn't know anyone, but I went, and that was it was an amazing experience. And so after conference, where I had a few LCs, we went to Ruby in March and Emerald in June, and at the end of August, I had all the placement for Diamond and a good bonus, but I didn't have the volume. So at that point, I didn't quite make it, and everything kind of fell apart, and I worked a lot on myself, and Neil and I worked together, and we are back working very hard and not quitting. We're gonna get there when it's our time.
Yes, absolutely. And and part of this process of being in a business like this is finding actually like-minded people with you. And when you have people who are like-minded and they come out alongside onto your team and you begin to grow and develop together, you just develop these incredible bonds, and those are the people who are going to be lifelong business partners and lifelong friends. And those are the people who just stick it out. And you know what? Sometimes it takes a little bit of weeding to find those people. And that's a tough process. When we talk about going outside and needing to weed our garden or do yard work or things like that, it's not easy. There's nothing simple about it. It's good, hard work. But, man, does it just encourage your heart when you look back and you see, like, all the stuff that's blooming once you've weeded those weeds out. And I just love that idea. It's something I have to keep in the back of my mind all the time, as I'm a super competitive person and I like to go, 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 go. But to know that I have to allow God to bring the right people on board that are going to be great friendships, great business partners. We're going to be able to help one another out, help one another be successful. And when we just let that process happen, like you're saying, it's a lot of fun, and there's just so much that comes from it. I love how you were talking about conference and just how life-changing that was for you to go and be able to see the big picture of It Works and who we are. What were the main things that just really made you go, wow, this is the right company, from being at a big event like that?
I think what it really was the camaraderie and the companionship and the helpfulness and the heartfelt caring of everyone that was there, and you don't even know them. It didn't matter. And I think that was the biggest key for me. I mean, I believed in the product. I've been taking them, so now I know everything works. But it's just the whole feeling of the company, not just the product, not just the money. And I think that's what I saw at the conference.
It's definitely, our motto is one team, one mission with It Works, and I have never seen a company stick to something like that so well. I just believe that we are so good at being one team, one mission, and Katie and I share almost every single week how we do this call together. Katie and I haven't ever met. in real life. But we get on the call together every Saturday morning because we want to help each other be successful. We're very much in the same place in our businesses, and we have the same faith and a lot of the same beliefs, and so it just seemed natural for us to join together and be a part of this. And that's one thing I love about It Works is we are totally 100% one team, one mission. Let's help everybody be successful.
Exactly. That's what I saw. That's what I felt. I'm not even sure I recognized that that's what it was at the time. But now that I can look back, I know that that's what I saw and what I felt. And things happen for a reason, and I've learned so much and grown so much as a person just being with It Works. That's just another aspect and value of this company.
Yes, and there's so much personal development that happens when you're in a company like this, and you have just those people who come alongside and just help you find your strengths. And sometimes we have strengths hanging out on us that we don't even know are our strengths, and when somebody else points them out to us, then we're able to use them. And that's one thing that's been very, very good for me as well, is I had a background in coaching athletics, but I had no idea that I could take what I had in that and turn it into helping build a business. And, your background of, obviously you juggled more than one job at a time and things like that. So you already know how to juggle things, and that's a great strength. And then you have Neil, who has, his background and his knowledge of our products and things like that, and that's just another strength and a way thing that he can bring into the game to make this all successful. Neil, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you have recognized as far as this one team, one mission with It Works?
I have recognized so much. It's terrific. It's more than just going out there and trying to make $1. You can invest $99. You own your own business. You can't do that anywhere. And being a business owner, I recognize that. And I think that's fantastic. And this is a business. It's not just selling products. It's a business of helping people. And I love to help people. That's why I'm in the medical field. And to help people in a different way with nutritional supplements and preventive medicine and to help them look better and feel better and coach them to that extent is wonderful. It's really, you come home at the end of the day, so to speak, and you feel great because you've made people happy.
Yeah. The other part that I like about the business is that you're doing all of that. You're learning about yourself. You're growing and you're what you think, what you feel. You learn about what your dreams are and what you want out of life. I mean, it's really like a well-rounded opportunity.
And you meet so many nice people that you wouldn't have met otherwise. You and I have never met. We're talking, you seem like a terrific person. There are people that I know on Facebook that, in fact, we're on our way driving right now down to South Carolina. There's somebody in a sideline who's down in Myrtle Beach that's going to be only an hour or two from where we are, and gave us a few hints of where to go in Charleston, South Carolina. And it's just so nice to meet so many people all over the country.
Yes, I totally agree. I never realized I could have a friendship base that really spans the globe, and not to have them just be people who I'm like, oh yeah, I knew who they are, but really legitimately feel like they are tight-knit friends. And I love what It Works has done for us as far as that goes. And it's very mutual that, being on this call with you guys and learning from you a little bit and learning about you. My husband, I lived in Connecticut for a little while. It was one of our favorite places we ever lived. And I'm like, man, let's get back to Connecticut so I can hang out with Karen and Neil for a while.
Yeah.
Anytime.
That'd be great.
Well, I'm just going to share really quick, how somebody could get started with us. Neil, you mentioned $99. There are so few legitimate money-making businesses out there that you can start for $99. And with that $99, with It Works, you get 4 of our body wraps. That's a full treatment you can use on yourself, or you can sell those 4 wraps at $25 a piece, make that money back right away. You do get a website for free the first month, and along with all those initial starter materials. So everything you need to really get started. We do offer some booster packs for people who know they're going to have some friends who are going to want to wrap right away, and you can make some extra money on those. And there's 2 of those booster packs available. One is an add-on for $149. The other is an add-on for $349. But with both of those, you're making $300 to $500 in just wrap cash that you're putting right back into your pocket. So you're not losing money with this business. And basically, we just help you walk through a 3-step process. The first step is signing up and joining our business. Second step, finding 4 people who you know want to just get healthier, want to tighten, tone, and firm, and get a wrap on them. And you get them signed up as a loyal customer using 1 product. They don't have to, there's no minimums, anything like that. Minimum of 1 product per month that they order for 3 months in a row, and they are a loyal customer. So you get 4 of those signed up in your first 30 days. You get $120 or 120 bonus points. We call them our perk points to buy your own products, to try something new, or get 2 more boxes of wraps so that you can keep pocketing more cash to reinvest back into your business. And if you do that, plus in your first 60 days find 3 other people who would like to make a little extra cash, you're going to be guaranteed to make a minimum of $500 in commissions from It Works. If you followed those 3 steps, signing up 4 loyal customers and 3 people who would like to make money in your first 60 days, if that does not bring in $500 in commissions into your home in those 60 days, It Works will make up the difference. So if your commissions are $450, It Works is going to pay you an extra $50. They're going to make sure if you've done the work and you've put that time in that you make a minimum of $500. And I love that guarantee. It's really a no-brainer. If you believe this company is for you, and you believe that you have people who would be interested in these products, which Karen and Neil, I think that you would both agree with me, there are people everywhere who are looking for products like ours, that you're going to be able to be successful at this. And it's just following those steps over and over again that we build our businesses. And even the ambassador diamonds and the black diamonds in our company, the highest money earners in our company do these steps over and over again. They look for customers, and they look for people who would like to make money. And it's really that simple. So please get back with the person who invited you to this call and get some more information from them about how you can get started. I do want to let you know that through the end of July, we are in a good bonus period. Good bonus means get out of debt bonus, because we are a debt-free company, and we want to be able to pass that along to others. So if before the end of July you sign up with It Works, and in your first 3 full calendar months, you'll have till October 31st to reach our diamond level, there is a $10,000 bonus that goes along with that. So make sure you mention that to whoever invited you to this call, so they can explain that to you more in depth, and you can understand why this would be a really great time for you to get started. Karen, would you just, finish up, tell us one thing that you think everybody needs to know about It Works before we shut down the call?
Well, I only have a minute to do that, so it's pretty hard. But I did want to just mention that where can you maintain a business of your own for about $150 a month overhead? You just can't do that. So to me, that's another amazing aspect. Yeah. And if someone's going to purchase a box of wraps for $59, for $40 more, they're going to have business and open up their life to a life-changing opportunity. And I think that's just an incredible. I don't know where else you'll find it. We're just awesome people. They should all join us.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Neil, what about you? What's one thing you just think everybody needs to know?
I'll echo Karen's comments. Just do it. My phone bill alone for my business is several times the $99. Do it. It's your business. If you want to work the rest of your life and make your boss rich, that's fine. That's okay. You're certainly welcome to do that. If you want to open your own business and see what potential you have and give it a shot, we're here to help you.
I love that. You guys are just inspiring. Oh, my goodness. I want to go sign up again.
We want you on our team.
Yeah. We all help each other. You know, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself.
Absolutely. I love it.
I do want to say a shout-out to Miss Caity because she's not on her call. I miss you, Caity, and I love you.
Yes, we do miss Caity Metz. We love that girl. She's at Green Carpet Experience right now, getting some great training, and there's some really big announcements that are going to come today. So when you're connecting with the distributor who invited you, you ask them what big announcements are coming out with their work so that we can pass that on to you also, because we don't want anybody to miss out who's interested in being a part of this great opportunity.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Karen and Neil, for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Catherine, very much.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Have a great trip to South Carolina and a wonderful weekend, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, you too. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.